Welcome to Spanish. We're two expats, one from Norway and one from the US, sharing our experiences of living in Spain. Whether you're thinking about moving here, already living abroad, or just curious about Spanish culture, we've got inside stories and tips for you. Hello, Tony. How's it going?
Hey Mal, doing great. Bit of gray weather here in Alicante, Spain, but that is to be expected during springtime. So I will survive and just keep in mind that the sun will shine again. How about you?
We'll be here.
Yeah.
I'm doing well. I'm also sick of the rain. But yeah, hot weather will be here before we know it.
And then we'll complain about missing
About
the
the
rain.
hot weather.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, jumping into our topic, today we are talking about food and specifically food in Spain, which, as we've discussed, is a very sacred topic.
It is the sacred topic. Like, it is up there with like the Catholic Church, in my opinion. It's like people will get equally passionate, happy, sad, insert whatever emotion there is.
They will fight you.
They will
Yes.
fight you. Yeah, I haven't gotten into a fight yet, but I've seen people genuinely upset about how one should or should not eat food. So
Yes.
yes, it is a thing.
So, I wanted to start off by doing a rapid fire game of Have You Ever Tried?
Mm-hmm.
I have a list of strange foods that I want to know if you've ever tried before.
Strange food. Okay, I'm curious. Let's go. Maybe I'll feel fairly ignorant after your list of questions.
Well, it's only a few. Okay, have you ever tried morcilla?
Oh, it sounds so familiar, but what is it? Is it like a sausage thing? Yeah, it is,
Yes.
and it's black. Yeah.
Yes.
I used to date someone who was very passionate about that sausage. No puns intended.
It has like rice or something in it, or I'm not really sure how it's made, but
I don't know what it is, but it's something white there. Yeah, I'll eat it, but it never crosses my mind to buy it when I'm at the store. How about you?
yes, I've tried it. I don't mind it. I like the meat. So I don't like meat. I used to be a vegetarian, but in Spain I feel like meat here is good.
Yeah?
I can tolerate it more than in the US for whatever reason. But yes, morcilla I like. I just don't like the idea of it. Okay, next one. Have you ever tried callos?
I don't know what that is.
It's tripe stew.
What? A stew?
Callo, I think it's a typical
Dish?
from it.
Okay. No, never heard
It has
of it.
like it's like a tomato-based dish with a bunch of meat, but tripe is intestines.
I've seen them canned. I've seen them canned at the store. I actually tried this last week. Someone bought this at, I think, Mercadona. Heart goes out to Mercadona. I love them. And it was nice. I have nothing to...
It was callos?
I think so. Judging by the pictures, it's the same thing. And I've also seen them can at the store. But I've never... and I think I bought them once, but I actually never cooked it. By the way, if you just Google callo, you will get like something that looks like a wart or fungus on toes.
That's like callus.
Yeah.
In English. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the same in Spanish. So you've tried it?
I've tried it, and it was nice. How about you?
I've never tried it.
No?
And I don't plan on trying it.
Okay.
I don't like it. Just the thought of it is disgusting to me. Okay, next one. Percebes.
Dude, what is it with a culinary scene in Madrid? No, I don't know what it is. What is that? It's an animal.
Barnacles.
I don't even know what barnacles is. This looks like something out of Stranger Things.
It's the thing that's on the outside of the rocks in the ocean, and then there's little shells on the outside. Those are barnacles.
Oh, well, we have small versions of those, but I've never thought about the name or that you can eat it or anything. It's just like, the thing that attaches to the rocks or the boats, and you need to remove them. Like, that's my relationship with them. Have I tasted it? Probably not, but it's not impossible because sometimes when I go out with others to eat at tapas bars, I'm like, hey, I'm just going to lean in, you guys order, and then whatever random food appears, I will try it.
Yeah.
because it will never cross my mind to actually order it
But if you
myself.
saw that, would you pick it up and try it?
From the ocean, no.
No, no, on a from a tapa.
Maybe
I don't even know how you
depends.
eat it. I don't know if you eat it whole or if you.
I need to investigate. Like I'm just gonna summarize everything you mentioned to me and go to a tapas bar and like, hey, give me all of this.
Okay.
But okay, next one.
Okay.
Come on.
Oreja a la plancha.
Is that a pig's ear? Yes, it's not my thing. I really
No.
tried, but like the consistency, like you can't quite chew it. It's just too much for me. Nope, sorry.
I've never tried it and
No.
I don't plan on it.
Oh, come on, be adventurous. You gotta try it.
Texture is big for me. If I can't chew it, it's a
You
no-go
can't.
for me.
You need to swallow it. You can like and then just
Yeah,
swallow
I don't
it.
like that. I don't think that you should be putting that in your mouth. But okay, next. Caracoles.
Come on, Mal, what are you doing with me today? I feel so ignorant. Oh, a snail.
Snails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I tried it? I think I had it in Valencia once, and
Mm.
it was probably just like, oh, this is edible, and that's it. Neither disgusting or delicious, just like food. That's
Yeah.
it. And how about
I
you?
mean, I have tried them.
Yeah.
Have I? So there's different sizes. There's big ones that are like this big, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's small ones that are, I don't know, really small.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really taste like anything. They cook them in garlic sauce or some kind of sauce, and it just tastes like garlic.
Yes, that's how I had it. It's coming back to me now. Mm. Yeah, without
Yeah.
the garlic sauce and a pinch of salt, there's no taste.
Okay, next,
Mm.
angulas.
I'm getting annoyed here. Angulas. Is that like a fideo? No, isn't
No.
it? So it's like a fish thing. Wait, I've had this, but I thought they were just like a.
Noodles?
Yeah. Literally. I was like, why are they white and have like that black stripe on them? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll eat it. It was fine.
It wasn't fishy.
No, but dude, I'm really starting to doubt myself here. I think I've had this served multiple times at my ex-girlfriend's house by her mom. But
Just
maybe
raw? Like, did
no,
you
no, no,
cook it or
like cooked. Like
you didn't
yeah.
ask what is this?
Okay, for now I'm just gonna say I don't think I've tried it. How about you?
I have, but there's a fun fact. So they're baby eels
Mm-hmm.
and they're really expensive. And so what they do is they make them. I don't know if they're fake, but they make them in like a factory instead of catching them in the wild.
The same way crab sticks aren't crabs, it's just like fish just mushed together with
Right.
like potato flour or something. Ah, okay. Yes,
Yeah.
then I'm like 99% sure I've had them. Yes.
If you buy real ones, they're expensive. I tried the ones from Mercadona and the texture was gross to me. It was too slimy. I couldn't get past the
No.
slippery texture.
Like so far, what are your biggest hurdles? Is it texture or knowing what you're eating when it's something that you don't like?
What I really don't like is seeing eyeballs or so like gambas, I cannot. It just has a face, you know?
You
Or
can't handle the side eye like of what you're eating.
yeah, and same with like the caracoles with the shells. I don't know, just something about like sucking on the shell makes me feel weird. So I think it's a mental thing more than texture.
It makes sense. Okay, do you have more on your list?
Yes, rabo de toro.
A couple of times. It's okay, but again, it's one of those where I'm just out with others. They will order it and I will eat it.
Yeah,
How about you?
but as a main dish,
No, just like one of several small dishes.
they make croquetas with rabo de toro.
I think I've had more of those actually.
Yeah, they're
Because
really good.
Because croquetas, wow, that is like the greatest invention they have here in Spain in terms of food.
Okay, last one, criadillas.
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 What is that? Looks like an internal organ or something. Can you explain, please?
They are bull testicles.
Okay, I can't remember eating them, but same way that I've had pig's ears and bull's tails and whatnot, like I am pretty sure I've had it.
Really?
Yes.
And so you
Because
didn't know what it was. You just
uh,
ate it.
maybe I had, but it's like if you don't vomit and it's not like the most insane thing in the world, it's easy to forget, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had it. How about you?
No.
No?
No. I don't know. I would try it, I guess, more so than for me, seafood is, I am very hesitant.
Sounds like you're
I don't like
picky.
to. No, those are not normal things. I feel
Who
like,
gets to define what's normal, Molly?
well, yeah, that's true. I feel like all of these things are normal here.
It's like in terms of like food waste, it's great that they eat everything. Like nothing goes to waste. But it reflects a time in the past. Like it doesn't reflect modern society. Maybe it will
Mhm.
again. We'll see what happens, how the world develops. Maybe it will be the greatest thing on earth. A lot of these things because it's just calories. It's food.
Yeah, a way
Okay,
to survive.
I have a very short list,
Okay, okay.
but it's gonna be like a kid wrote it compared to yours. But
Okay.
okay, let's start with the most interesting one. Have you had sepia?
Be a, yeah, fish, right?
Yeah.
It's a fish.
Mm.
I think so, yeah. Or is it fish or it's a like octopus?
Oh, it's like a octopus-ishy creature. I think. Please don't quote me on anything I say right now. I've had it served at restaurants. I've served it at home, and some will add ink to. Ah, of course, it's an octopus
Octopus.
creature. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, don't quote
Yes.
me.
Isn't it
I thought it was prepared, but I wasn't.
yeah.
Cuttlefish.
What?
It says so.
Cuttlefish. Okay. No.
Cuttlefish.
Calamari. Is it not calamari?
No, it's not.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a relative, but no. And that was my next
Okay.
one. Calamares. I assume you've had it.
Yes. I don't like it.
Fried, not fried. No, you don't. How have you tried it?
Fried and grilled.
Fried and grilled, and it's
Yeah.
not your thing.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like it. I probably cut smaller pieces than other people, but see, I like it both fried and not fried.
Yeah.
It's nice. Kind of feel healthy after eating it. Okay, next one. Arroz del horno.
Is that no? I mean, I've had arroz. Is it like paella?
Kinda, yeah. For a foreigner, you could just say it is a paella, but it's not a paella. They prepare it differently, and it's something about going in the oven. Hence, it's called del horno. Never made it, so I don't actually know if they put it in an oven or how they do it, but it is a different consistency. You put like a piece of like pig's meat in it, and there's like this black hot dog thing, not the same one that you were talking about, but a different one. And when you cut it up and like mix everything together, and then there's always like a small piece of ajo, like a garlic there, and it's nice. I like it. It's nice when you buy it at the store, and it's even nicer when someone makes it for you.
Is it yellow? Does it have the azafran? Yeah.
Yes, it's yellow.
Okay.
Highly
Should try.
recommend it. Okay,
Okay.
next one. Oh, this is a given. Ensaladilla rusa.
Yes, of course.
And you like it?
No,
No.
I don't.
Why?
Well, I feel like every place does it so differently, but I don't really
Interesting.
love mayonnaise.
Ah, well, it's heavily based on mayonnaise, so that
Yeah.
makes sense. Here in Alicante, I've tried it a gazillion times in a gazillion places, and there's only one place that I could say like this isn't the dish. Like it's so different. They had like their own fusion twist on it. But no, it's fairly universal, and I like it. It's like a safe go-to thing if you need to put something on the table or bring something to a party.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's decent, but it's not, I would never crave it or buy it. I'll eat it if it's there, but I would never
Exactly.
order.
It's like it's their food too, so you
Yeah.
eat it. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, two more things. Mercadona, I always go shopping there. I love the cheese section. The one I want to ask you specifically about, it has like this yellow wax on the outside. I think it's a mix of all three milks, meaning goat, sheep, and cow. And oh, I love that cheese. Have you tried it?
What's the name?
I don't remember.
You don't know.
No. But in Mercadona, the selection isn't that big. So if you just look at
Right.
all those manchego cheeses, just go to the yellow one, like the
The yellow one.
second hardest one.
I would say yes. I think I've tried all of the cheeses there because yeah, there's not a big variety. But it didn't stand out to me.
No?
I'm kind of a cheese snob.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, manchego is not my favorite.
But there's so many different ones. Small
Yeah.
nuances. Okay, and then to round off the list, this is probably like the most kid thing I could have written on the list. Dippy cheese from Mercadona.
Dippy cheese?
Yeah, it's not called dippy cheese, but it is a cheese and you can dip stuff in it. They have three different tastes. One is Converte, I think. One is trufa, and then one is like a spicy taste, kind of like a Tex-Mex-ish taste. Have you tried them?
No.
We can
It's
clearly see
liquid?
who's the Mercadona fan here. If it's liquid, yeah,
Yeah.
it is liquid. Like the idea
No.
is to dip thing in it, and like technically you could pour out of it if you're patient enough.
Wow. No.
Oh, it is to die for. Like it's calorie dense. So if you're on the diet, it's not for you.
So it's processed. I try not to eat
Oh yeah,
processed foods
it
from
is
there.
heavily processed. So like if you want to avoid like
Heart attacks?
heart attacks and food that makes you bloated, like don't go there.
Okay. I'll have to try it. I'm open to trying cheeses, but
It is the
I'm
best.
uneasily impressed.
Well, okay, then you can write it off your list, if nothing else.
I would try it, yes.
Okay, I'm going to throw the ball over to you. Foods you can't live without, anything particular?
Yes. I made a list of things that when I first moved here, I was like, what is this? But now I eat them regularly. And I want to know if you have a similar opinion. I'm sure you have an opinion.
Maybe
Okay,
I never
the
heard
first-
of it, but yeah, let's see it.
No, these are very simple things. Okay, fideos, which you already mentioned. When I first saw them, I'm like, what is this? Like, fideos are so useless. I don't know. I just, it's pasta cut into little pieces. Fideos are like useless pieces of pasta. But you put them in stews, and so that's, I guess.
So you make a lot of stews?
Here, yes. Like garbanzos or lentils.
I need
but
to
not
get
with
a Spanish
fideos.
partner again so I can keep integrating to the food scene.
But you know what fideos are, right?
Yeah, but it's interesting for me when people say fideos here, everything's under one umbrella. Like they will say fideos and they mean ramen noodles sometimes. They're like, no, fideos. Like not when we're at a ramen place, but if you're referring to like some cheap thing at the supermarket. I hear people just call everything fideos. So it was interesting to hear you specify like the
short ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which ones I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do. I don't buy them myself, but yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, you must not make any stews.
I don't, actually.
One time I was like, what are we going to eat for lunch? And I was like, what if we use these fideos? And my boyfriend was like, you don't just eat fideos. You have to put them in something. But yeah, I like them now that I've tried them. It
to be
adds
fair, it does make sense. So they actually get some taste and they have a role. Like I get why he would look at them just as an ingredient and not something that you just munch.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, anything more on your list?
Yes, picos.
But do you actually use them for something or you just eat them?
I eat them, but I eat them every day now. So in the US, breadsticks are huge. They're soft. They usually have garlic, butter.
Soft? You have soft breadsticks?
Yes.
I wouldn't call that a stick, but okay, interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So breadsticks in the US are soft, usually, with lots of garlic, butter, and cheese.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course, really bad for you.
America,
Um,
see?
so when I came here, I was picos were like disgusting to me. They have no taste. They have no salt. They have no. I guess it depends on which ones you're talking about, but most of them have no flavor.
Mm.
Do you not have feelings about picos?
I just ate some. I usually had them in my house. Yeah, like the whole wheat one from again
Mercabona.
Mercadona.
Yeah, those are my favorite, actually.
Yep. Which, by
Yeah.
the way, works perfectly to dip in the dippy cheese from Mercadona. It's a match made in heaven, Mal. I promise.
Maybe. Anyway, okay. Yeah, picos for me was something that in the beginning I was like, this is disgusting, and now I eat them every day with every
Mm.
meal, pretty much.
Okay. Do you go integral? Do you go whole wheat or yeah?
Yeah, the ones in that they serve at bars are the white ones are gross,
I like
I think.
both. I think they're amazing,
Yeah,
but I try to do the integral one because it's whole wheat.
healthier. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Anything more on your list?
Yes, asparagus, the white ones. You've never had asparagus?
Oh, asparagus.
Asparagus.
Well, that's
Asparagus.
not a Spanish thing.
I've never seen white asparagus. I've looked.
I don't know. That was an interesting observation. I don't know actually. I had a lot of them here, but if I've had it outside of Spain, because from Norway, they're green. The ones you get at the supermarket. Maybe that is a thing. Interesting.
I've
Okay.
looked in the US and the US has everything.
Yeah.
So, but they don't have white asparagus. And you know what makes them white is they, instead of sticking out of the ground, they bury them so they don't get the chlorophyll.
Really?
That's what my boyfriend told me. I haven't fact checked that. But yeah, they like cover them with dirt so that they don't get exposed to the sun
Mm.
and then they don't get the green color.
I think that sounds plausible. Yeah, I'll buy that theory.
And it's really healthy.
Mm.
I like white asparagus more than green.
You cook them and had them on the side of other meals, or do you put them inside of something like a
Both.
soup or yeah?
Soup, no, but like on a salad
Mm.
or just on like with melva or atún.
I think I need to write down some of your tips, or maybe I can just listen back
You
to
can
this
just listen.
podcast. Yeah.
And then they serve it with in bars with mayonnaise.
Never had
Which
it at a bar. I've had it at home, at people's homes, but a bar?
yeah.
Well, you live in Madrid. Maybe we're uncovering some
Niche.
typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in Sevilla they serve it with melva with
Mm.
like canned fish.
Okay. Canned
It's really
fish
good.
like atún or
It's a type of tuna.
yeah.
Melva.
Okay.
Okay, next one, gazpacho.
Gazpacho, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Like it's to be honest, it's been a while since I've had it, but yeah, it is delicious.
And do you like it more than salmorejo?
I like them both. Like I'm not too picky, and if you serve me a shitty one, I will eat it. Like I still think it's nice. How about
I'm
you?
very
You
picky.
opinionated?
It depends on who's serving it, but we make our own sometimes, and it's better. Yeah.
Is it a lengthy process to make it?
No, you just blend everything up. But there's different recipes and different ways of like serving it. So, but I've had it in the US and it's like chunky. It's more like ceviche.
Chunky? Yeah.
They call it gazpacho, but it's like chunks of shrimp or tomato, like huge chunks of stuff.
Dude, this reminds me of when you see paella sold at like British supermarkets, and it will be filled to the rim with chorizo. It's like a meme.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny how other countries interpret the dishes. Okay, next, altramuces.
Did you go to Spanish food college before this episode? Like
No, this list that I have is just from in here.
what did you call it?
Altramuce. Altramuces.
Altramuces. Yes, I've had it. Lupin bean, if I'm not mistaken, it's called.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
okay. I don't lie awake thinking about it, but it's okay.
It's a tapa, usually like a free tapa, at least in Andalusia. I've never paid for them in public
No, maybe that's
or in
how I've been exposed to them here. They're okay. I can live without them.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay. That's all I have on my list, but do you have any?
And all, just to be clear, all of that was food that you cannot live without.
Yes. I eat them regularly.
I am okay. I'm gonna blame it on being very adaptable, but I only have 2 things on my list.
Okay. Okay.
So it's manchego cheese and then tostadas with a shredded tomato, the toasted bread, of course, some olive oil, some slices of manchego cheese, and if you combine that with jamón serrano, oh my god, that is calorie dense breakfast
With cheese?
with cheese, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
I get that it's kind of like a foreigner thing to combine both the cheese and the jamón serrano, but
I
my
think so.
god, Mal, it's so nice.
And you eat that for breakfast?
I have periods where I eat it more, and then I get fed up, and my stomach keeps growing as well. So then I have periods where I have less. So I haven't had it for a few months, actually, a couple of months, but I had it this morning. I made it at home. It is nice.
Yeah. Okay.
So
good.
those are the only 2 things that I cannot live without. If I'm gonna throw one more on the list, croquetas. Whatever random taste of croquetas. There's not a bad croqueta in this world. It's like pizza. Doesn't matter how bad that pizza is or the croqueta, you will still eat it.
I don't know if I agree. But can you tell when they're homemade?
Yes, I had it once from, like, they were homemade the same day, and I had them served. I needed to like reheat just a tad in the microwave. Obviously, I could tell by the shape of the croqueta that it was homemade, but the taste as well, it just felt so rich and dense and light at the same time. I know it's weird, and the taste, yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I like homemade ones, but the frozen ones I'm not. I can tell the difference. I prefer the homemade ones.
The saddest ones I've had have been from the frozen food section at, you guessed it, Mercadona. Yeah. And then not having a fryer nor the energy to actually pour some oil in a pan. So I just throw them in the oven, and then they just kind of like fart and explode.
Shrink.
Yeah. So like,
I thought you were gonna say microwave, so that's better.
Oh no, that is I could just boil them instead, like boiled croquetas.
That would be stooping really low, I think, if you put them in the microwave.
Yeah, that's like boiling bread. No, pass.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's next? What is the most underrated dish in Spain that you feel like the world should know about?
Underrated dish? Okay, kind of basic, but croquetas. I will go croquetas. Like, it's easy to say tostada because it's breakfast and pretty universal, but no, croquetas. Like, I never had croquetas in any other country. Maybe there's a variation in some part of the world, but no, the world needs to know about croquetas.
Yeah. We have a lot of things similar, like mozzarella sticks.
Oh, come on, you can't. No, sorry.
Or pizza rolls. Do you know?
No, stop it. I will yell into the microphone. No, like, you cannot compare pizza rolls or mozzarella sticks. No, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? Like, I don't think you've had a good enough croqueta yet.
No, I mean, yeah, I guess they're not the same, but it's the same concept. Fried on the outside.
Well, what, we're gonna just compare fish and chips and French fries and Snicker bars because you can fry them as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess croquetas.
I do understand where you're coming from, and it could be easily comparable, but hey, maybe now there's a small grain of Spaniard inside of me because I get
very
upset.
passionate.
Yeah,
yes,
I get upset.
I can see that.
When you even like can remotely think of mozzarella sticks when we're talking about croquetas. It's like, no, 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 no.
No, okay. There's also one called hush puppies. Do you know what hush puppies are?
Heard of them, but
From
I never had them.
Long John Silver's. It's a very specific. I would say those are very close to croquetas.
What are they filled with specifically?
I don't know. I think just batter. Like
The whole thing is just batter, or
yeah, they don't have any filling. But are you looking at a picture?
yeah, and there's also shoes called hush puppies, so it was kind of confusing.
No, they're like fried balls of dough. It's dough, basically.
Cornmeal to flour ratio. Huh? Yeah, it's just dough. Seems like.
Yeah, but leave it up to the US to not do it as well.
I'm
Execution.
gonna. Yeah, interesting conclusion. I don't think this is a question on the list, but I'm gonna throw it at you. What
Sure.
does the world not need to know about from the Spanish cuisine?
Because it tastes so bad?
Yeah, it's like, no, the world doesn't need this.
I would have to think about that.
I can give a pretty clear
Yeah.
answer.
Sure, please.
Pig's ears. Like chopped, fried pig's ears. No, thank you. The world doesn't need it.
Yeah. But I think do they not have those in Norway? I feel like they have them in the US.
Pig's ears?
Like Chinese places, I would say. Chinese food.
Maybe. Like, truth be told, the only places I've seen pig's ears are animal shops, and they sell them as treats to dogs. Obviously, they don't chop them up and fry them and put them on a plate. It's just like dried up.
Mm-hmm.
So my dog
Yeah.
Polly, she has had a lot more pig's ears than what I have.
I think that's a good thing for you and for her.
Could be. I'm fortunate enough that I don't need to eat pig's ears. Maybe the day will come where I will dream about pig's ears for some reason.
Yeah.
You never know. Do we have time for another question? Or
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
This might send us into a rant, but how do you feel about tapas culture? And were you surprised by it?
So when you're referring to tapas culture, do you then mean small dishes that you share with other people at a restaurant? You pass the
Yes.
dishes a bit back and forward. There's no one dude buying one big plate of burgers, just eating that. If there's a burger, it's a small one. And then you maybe order 3 and then pass them back and forward. I love
Yes.
it. I
Yeah.
love the tapas culture. I really do. When I'm in the mood of socializing, that we're here for chit chatting, then it's the perfect thing. Just order things together, split the bill afterwards. You got some of the stuff that you wanted. You got to try something new, maybe, and it was a nice meal and a nice time. I do like it.
Yeah.
I did need to adapt a bit coming from Norway because there's not a culture for sharing food in the sense that if there's a
Right.
bowl of salad on the middle of the table, you will never see 4 Norwegians just grabbing their fork and eating out of that bowl. You would
Right.
distribute it to
Right.
each one's plate. So COVID was probably really hard for Spaniards.
For Spanish.
Yeah.
I would agree, yes. Or just like people grabbing without using, like people just grab, you know? In the US you would serve it with so that you don't touch the plate,
Mm.
you
I
know?
don't mind that. Like,
I mean, I don't either, but it's just different, you know? Everyone just going in and grabbing, or like aceitunas, like everyone just picking them up, and I don't know. It's just different.
I would say different. I've seen Spaniards who are a tad more picky when it comes to not sharing the food, but having everyone just like placing their finger
Touching, yeah.
all over everyone's food.
Yeah.
I've seen people be a tad more picky about it. And yeah, I can see a difference. Some people, when they're at a tapas place, they will be yes, we're eating out of the same plates, but a bit more mindful of what goes into that. Maybe you will use the
Yeah.
fork a bit more depending on the dish. Whereas others, you will use your hand as a spoon almost and just
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
pour it into your mouth.
Or also like paying the bill. Like
Oh
here
God,
I feel like It's more like everyone just pays, like you split it however many people you are. So if you don't drink, or if you drink less, someone has like 10 beers and you have one,
Mm,
everyone pays the same amount. And that for me was like weird because
I am
I'm just not used to
very
sharing
anti.
the bill.
Yeah, I'm very anti splitting the bill like that. I feel I've seen like the three main scenarios. You have them splitting the bill no matter who had what, and then there's the one each individual will just pay for what they ate. And
Yeah.
then there's the hybrid of, okay, we're 10 people. One had zero alcohol and just one salad, and then the nine others had entrecôtes. Obviously, that person will just pay for themselves, and then we split the bill, the rest of us.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's a very evolved group because I feel like most of the time they're just like, we'll
It's
just
about,
split it to make it easier.
yeah, but it's about speaking up. Like, let's say someone came to eat and they chose to not have five copas, not have five drinks and a big dish because they're on a budget. They can't afford that much.
Yeah.
Why should that person split the bill with the others? No, it's just unfair and cruel. And then on the flip side, the people who have had 10 beers, the rest had five, and then one had zero. The one who had 10 beers would just say, yeah, let's just split the bill. No,
Yeah.
that is gilipollas behavior, in my opinion.
I agree. I
Mm,
agree. But it happens, there's always the one person.
it does. It does.
Yeah.
My final reflection on, yeah, you were totally right, this was gonna send us on a tangent, but okay, final comment on this is, if I go on a arranged event, a Christmas dinner, let's say, and you're 20 or 30 people, there's a fixed menu, there's a fixed price. If you are not really proactive on just grabbing food and drinks while you can early on, you will be left with next to nothing, because the waiters are just all over the place with a big group like that. And I
Yeah.
get it, but it's so stupid when they say there's an open bar for 1 hour, but you can't get the waiter to come to you because they're running all over the place. Then you end up paying 30, 35 euros for something that should have cost 10, maybe. Oh, that pisses me off, really. So if I sign up for that, it's either with the intention of losing money, I'm okay with it, or it's with the intention of showing up early and just like hogging.
Throwing elbows.
Yeah. Give
Yeah.
me the food, give me the drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely have to be, just like anything else in Spanish culture, you have to be proactive. Otherwise, you will get thrown to the side.
That's a great observation and conclusion.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We covered a lot of things. Is there anything you want to
Okay.
touch upon before we start rounding off?
No, I don't think so. How do we end this?
We end it by each of us saying the favorite food and the least favorite food.
Okay.
Oh my God, what is my favorite food? Hold on. Okay.
It's hard to say, Tony. I don't like
You have a gun
singling
to your
out.
head. You need to answer. Okay, I give myself.
Okay, if you had to
three
eat something, if you had to eat one thing for every day for the rest of your life, that's
croquetas.
Spanish food.
Croquetas. 100%
Okay.
croquetas.
That makes it easy.
Yes.
And if someone told you could never eat this again, well, that one's pretty easy, but
Yeah, but I get what you mean. Pig's ears. 100%.
okay.
Croquetas
Yeah.
here, pig's ears here.
Okay.
And you?
Mine would be jamón ibérico.
Oh my God. Oh, I want to
Yes.
change my to cheese now. Okay, keep going.
Because you cannot get it anywhere else. I feel like it's so special here. And the least favorite would be the fried fish that have the spine and you're supposed to eat it. That I do not
No.
subscribe to.
No.
What are they called? Bocarones. I do not.
Boquerones. Yeah, the
Yeah.
spine is not my favorite thing. I try to just peel
Eat
most
around
of
it?
Yeah, or at least take most of the spine, just like, but it's kind of hard with the boquerones. You just need to chew a bit extra and chug a beer, and you'll be okay.
And do you eat the head?
No,
You rip the
I
head off.
I think so. It's been like a year since I've had boquerones, so yeah. Now it's not my favorite thing either. So
Okay.
cool.
Well, this was fun.
It was. It was. I'm kind of hungry now. So
Thank you for listening, everyone. Follow us on social media.
subscribe, all of that jazz.
Yes. And we will talk to you next time.
See you next time. Ciao.
Adios. Ciao.